like bridesmaids. And they all think so, don't be talking sideways. He said, you look like this. He made sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? When I look at my snap, I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Heavy lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, throw rock body. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, money back, money back.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Found a little room there as he's up. To about the 37.
Everybody, kill. Let's finish now.
They'll run it again with Sims. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He'll field this at the 5. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Gone!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. Say goodbye to Laquan Treadwell. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Mark Walton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And it's up and good. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Second down, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's going to air one out. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback, He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harmon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On play action, Prescott rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Play action now, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Walton. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mark Walton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And it's 15-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not great.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And a penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. There goes Allen Hurns. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns, 82 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. They're going to look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This one left side caught by Berrios. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Leopard! Leopard! Check, check. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Mark Walton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And out now come the Cowboys. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go, get out, let's go, get out, get out!
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Vikings. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll start the drive with a give to Walton. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot! Hot!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hot!
Back to throw now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throw to the right, taken in by Barrios. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Prescott on first down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
This is one. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a carry for Walton. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run. This is Walton. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Prescott off play action. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Second down, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
The edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A run by Walton to begin the drive. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They run again with Walton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Watching that, Barney! Gun! Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Henry Anderson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Awesome.
Prescott now on 2nd down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Dancing to it, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now a toss play. This is Walton. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Being chased out left. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hunt. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now back to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be taken at the 10. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
All right, now look at 56. Look at
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. And some room to roam now. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted.